In this episode of It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room, I'm going to grab a fistful of Joe comics and we're going to look at a couple little Disney collectibles that I have. So stick around. Hello and welcome to another episode of It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room. And like I said, this episode we're going to grab a fistful of Joe comic books and I'm going to take a look at some rather interesting little Disney knickknacks that I've had pretty much my entire life. And while I have your attention, let me throw out a shameless plug. As you can see, I have a It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room t-shirt. It is an old NES cartridge design with an 8-bit logo like you saw in the intro. And if you like it, take a look at tpublic.com. And it's My Side of the Laundry Room is one super long word. One word, My Side of the Laundry Room. Just throw that up in the search bar and you should come right to the store. Anyway, I apologize for doing that, but I am a little bit proud of it. I think it's a really cool design. But anyway, we're here to talk about G.I. Joe comic books. So, without further ado...
Yo, Joe!
Like I do with Fistful of Joes, I'm going to grab a random handful of Joe comic books from the long box I have right here at my side. I'm not going to pick it up and show you like I do with the little containers of Joe figures because it's a full long box and it's pretty darn heavy. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to reach. It feels like I have 3 of them to look at this evening, so let's take a look. Ooh, this is one of my most special issues. I'll take it out of the sleeve here, and that is G.I. Joe number 50. And it has a giant-sized issue with a sneak peek at the G.I. Joe special missions. And what a panel to start out on. The Joe's in a firefight in Springfield. And if you don't know, Springfield is the home base of Cobra. It's a small American town that has a hideous and nefarious secret behind it. Okay, we got Leatherneck saying, Stalker, Recondo, and Scarlet need a medvac ASAP. We gotta shake these Cobras and make a run for the airport. Stalker then says, easier said than done, Leatherneck. And in the panel, we have Beachhead, Recondo, Leatherneck, Quick Kick, Spirit, Stalker, Snake Eyes, and Scarlet. They're pinned down. They call in Hawk, who's in an All-Striker. Right there. And you got Serpentor just standing there. Not afraid at all. And as he says, the smell of battle. There's nothing like it. The mingled stenches of fear, blood, and burning metal are like onto the incense of Ares. Dr. Mindbender says, get down, Serpentor, you're drawing fire. Out of control, Firefly? Yes, like the frenzy. Why does he say Firefly? I don't even see him in this panel. Out of control, Firefly? Yes, like the frenzy that grips the charging horde. I am alive with it. 'Tis thunder in my blood. I've slept long, and this fight is like strong drink to me. We see one of the Cobra soldiers get cut down, and Serpentor rushes into the gunfire to save him. And he says, what are you staring at? We are not animals. We don't abandon our brothers on the field. Enough of this. I go forth to press the foe. Who follows me? And this is quite disturbing. We have Destro going through town telling all the Crimson Guards and stuff to evacuate. And we got one dude burning his documents. And then Destro says as he goes by one home, there is no room on the evacuation transports for non-essentials or pets. So you have two kids. Dad, don't! Let's just tell him we forgot about Sandy. Please, I know you love Sandy too. Don't make this harder than it already is. As he points a gun to a dog that just simply says, woof. We have the Joes still in the firefight. Hawk and the rest of the Joes are trying to get into Springfield. There's rock and roll on a ram. That's cool. And here we have the Dreadnoughts in the chambers where they created Serpentor. And luckily for us as the readers, they point out that the vats have the names on it. And on this one, it says Storm Shadow. And they want his katana. So they reach in the water and, oh, he ain't dead after all. It says, stay your hand, Dreadnought. Too much has been taken from me, don't you think? So now we have Destro and Baroness trying to get everybody evacuated. Look how awesome Serpentor is here. See, this Serpentor was not in the cartoon. They made him your normal foil. Here, he is a villain, but he has morals. He's heroic in his villainy. And he's just a badass. I always like this too. They hotwire a garbage truck to get out of there. And I like how they're laying in the back of it, firing off. Got Storm Shadow now taking out all the incubation chambers and such that helped create Serpentor. And I like this. I don't know if it'll come out. I think the camera's being blurry. But within Storm Shadow's eye, you see a skull. And as the Joes come in, Storm Shadow flees. They're helivacking people out of Springfield. Destroying some hisses. And Cobra, for the most part, gets away. Storm Shadow gets away with the Dreadnoughts, and now we're introduced to Zarana. Now we have the backup story, which is the first issue of G.I. Joe Special Missions. And on top of the violence that was in the Joe comic is pretty standard. The dog thing, that probably was a little disturbing to me as a kid. But when we get to Special Missions, these are a little bit more realistic. Cobra is not in this. It is just your run-of-the-mill terrorists. And it's called Best Defense. And they talk about that the terrorists have killed people on the runway. And here they're covering up their bodies. And Lady J is getting ready to infiltrate. Which here you have Duke, or is it Duke? Sorry. Yeah, Duke and Stalker taking out some terrorists on the ground here. And this always tripped me out as a kid, this taser thing that he shoots at this lady. But you have Beachhead and Lady J get on board. And see, this tripped me out as a kid. That this terrorist shoots this lady in the head. Right there, and throws her body out of the plane. Always used to love these comics for sale lists. Always used to stare at it and, oh, if I had the money, what all I would get. And I have to admit something. This here was a little ooh la la part for me as a kid. Seeing Lady J's underwear there. Sorry, have to admit it. But they sneak on board. And as like Beachhead's hiding there at a passenger's feet. And here they go, saving the day. And another one of those shock things springs out. And then, unfortunately, they have a joke at Lady J's expense because she's locked in the bathroom, getting back into her uniform. Here's an awesome mask ad. But this comic meant a lot to me as a kid. I mean, it has a lot of neat things in it, but it just came at a really interesting time in my life, because my grandmother had just suffered a stroke, and on the way to the nursing home where she was at to get rehabilitated, my parents picked this up for me. So I can remember that long drive and reading this comic, just a memory I have about it. But anyway, issue 51 with a very iconic cover. Let's see, when was this published? 1986. And we continue where we left off with the Dreadnoks in Storm Shadow. Thunder Machine is what it's titled. Oh, and there we go. Right to the grape soda and donuts. And this is where Xander, his power that they didn't really explore that much, to how he can just blend into his surroundings and he's quiet. So for the most part he's invisible, even though it's not really a power. It's just dumb luck or whatever you want to call it. As Buzzard almost sits on him. But here we have the Swamp Fire and the Thunder Machine there with Thrasher. And they take the guise of Lady J and a chaplain. Here we got Toll Booth. That's a neat little cameo. And here's Sergeant Slaughter without his glasses. I don't know if that's just they drew that wrong. Let me get a better angle there. He doesn't have his sunglasses on. Meet the AI gang, 5 computer whiz kids of the 1990s, whose favorite game is solving crime. It's a young adult book. Oh, Storm Shadow tagged along. Got Cross Country and the Havoc. Awesome. Here's Spider-Ham in this ad. The real Spider-Ham. Even though I loved Into the Spider-Verse, that will always be my Spider-Ham there. But let me go back. Here's Cross Country and the Havoc. They smuggled out Zartan. And it's weird, Sergeant Slaughter doesn't have his sunglasses on in any of these panels. Here he is. Gun in hand there. As they go out after the dreadnoughts. What's that roadblock? What's that roaring? Zorana says, it's Thrasher's thunder machine. Spray it, roadblock. Rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a. That's just classic. Don't ask questions, just shoot it. As the thunder machine comes so close to Sergeant Slaughter's head, it knocks his hat off. He's unfazed. He just says, my hat! Now here's a question for all of you. Did anybody ever do these prize things? I would love to hear the story if you ever did. And what you got and what you had to do to get it. Here's another one. Don't see these too often anymore, other than the propaganda sent home with my daughter from school of selling crap and earning different prizes. Oh, the Marvel checklist. Used to love those, especially when they have little blurbs about stuff. Like Captain America, number 231. Cap must take a life. Web of Spider-Man 18. Where's Spidey? Find out in this issue. Captain America Annual number 8. The Wolverine guest stars in this milestone issue. Star Comics. Look at this. Just listen to this. You got Fraggle Rock, Masters of the Universe, Peter Porker, The Spectacular Spider-Ham, Ewoks, Heathcliff, Muppet Babies, Care Bears, Mad Balls. Mad Balls number 1. Who are the Mad Balls and why are they mad? Is it because they're so ugly? Hey, wait, don't get mad. That's just a joke. Now you have Sergeant Slaughter flying around on that little hovercraft thing from the Havoc. That's cool to actually see it in action. But that was issue 51. Now, issue 52. I missed it when it hit the stands, and I wanted it so bad because of the cover. And I went to a fall fest that my town had growing up, and for some reason someone was handing out Joe comics, and it happened to be the one I was missing. Look at that cover. Look how awesome that is. I believe it's a Mike Zeck. Yes, it is. But these two iconic martial artists facing off. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And green, of course, my favorite color. Just, I would love a poster of that. This one's called Snap Decisions. October of '86. You got Cobra Commander schooling the twins here because they messed up. And Cobra Commander's mad. This is totally unacceptable. I don't want that would-be usurper Serpentor setting foot on my island. I told Dr. Mindbender to create me the perfect soldier, not a perfect leader. Cobra already has a perfect leader. Isn't that so, Tomax? I'm Zaymot, Cobra Commander. Tomax is the one without the scar. Are you avoiding my questions? Cobra Commander, help, he's attacking me. No, I'm embracing you. I feel like I found a long-lost brother. See, you had to like Serpentor. They did him so well. And look, he comes at a fanfare. Kids love him. Of all the people they evacuated. Even Baroness. Isn't he magnificent, Destro? And here's Snake Eyes showing some recruits his sword work. And then they laugh at him. Oh, look. Nope, wrong side here. Oh, look, he didn't cut it. And then he stomps the ground and the top falls off. Then you have Stalker and Quick Kick using some nunchucks. And I love how their target dummies are Zartan, Destro, and Cobra Commander. Oh, that's cool. Barbecue using his axe. And Scarlet with her crossbow. That's awesome. And here Storm Shadow comes in. And he wants to just talk to Snake Eyes. And of course everybody goes to attack him. Catches Scarlet's quarrel there. Double kicks Stalker and Barbecue in the face. They think it's Zartan because they think Storm Shadow is still dead. And here, from the cover, is the fight of him and Quick Kick. Just one page, couple panels, and he schools Quick Kick with one kick to the face. He breaks Scarlet's crossbow with one punch, and they have some great dialogue here. My business with my brother is no concern of yours. Wrong, it concerns me deeply. I know him well enough to know that he loves you like a true brother, that no matter what you do or what you become, he will not betray you or raise his hand against you. You know this in your heart of hearts? Yes. What else do you know? I know that you are the real Storm Shadow. I know that you have changed somehow, something deep inside. But I doubt you have the killer's heart you speak of. I meant no harm to any of you. I want to speak to Snake Eyes alone. You could have just asked. That would have been too easy. Do you want me to leave now? No. If you know his heart, he has no secrets from you. So then we flash back to Cobra Island, and you got Cobra Commander talking smack about Serpentor, and he's just out there with the grunts working away. Back at the pit. There, Storm Shadow shows his bullet wounds. And he talks about what happens. Back at the pit. I should have been dead. I saw the muzzle flashes. I heard the shots. I felt the bullets. Death was so near to me, and I had no fear of it. I could have passed into the long sleep and found true peace. All I had to do was surrender. Instead, I forced myself into a trance state that ninjas call the sleeping phoenix. Even as the bullets were tearing into my vitals, functions were slowing down. By the time Destro and Dr. Mindbender arrived, my heartbeat and respiration were beyond their detection. They presumed I was dead, and Dr. Mindbender ordered my body preserved for his experiments. I was to be the modern ingredient in a stew of dead warriors that would provide the genetic blueprint to create the ultimate warrior. I was suspended in a limbo between restless spirits of the dead and something that was neither dead nor alive, just empty. The dead passed through me, or at least their thoughts did, on their way to the emptiness. Some artificial life force that surged along with them revived me, and I awoke, healed in body, if not in spirit. And he has the skull in his eye again. Snake Eyes, we were like brothers once. We share the mark of the ninja clan. There. I need a safe haven to restore my health, and more, my soul is scarred by revenge. Revenge is the dream of the weak. A soldier knows that no enemy is forever. Help me, forgive me. And Snake Eye gives him the key to his cabin. Or the basement to his cabin, since his cabin was blown up. Thank you. I know this is the key to more than our friendship. Many times in that distant jungle you told me of a place where the tall pines whispered and the mountains gleamed in the sunset like molten gold. I always knew you would go there someday, and I think you've been there already. I'll take care of your home until you need it back. Thank you, and farewell. And look, they hug. Oh, wrong page. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. And the Joes attack Cobra Island, but it's not. It's the Dreadnoughts in disguise. There's Serpentor gets his new suit and his air chariot. And they use the Dreadnoughts as the Joes to try to take out Serpentor. It doesn't work. And here we go. Here's Storm Shadow meeting Timber at Snake Eyes' cabin. With whispering pines and a sunset of molten gold. Well, those were 3 awesome issues. I probably did not give them justice, but they are great. The G.I. Joe comics are always great. Well, a certain time frame of them. But anyway, let's take a commercial break.
2 burgers to go, please.
Introducing Burger Time, the new home video game where you're the chef trying to make hamburgers. There's just one problem. The food is trying to make hamburger out of you. Another hot new arcade game for Intellivision, Burger Time. With arcade-like super graphics, only on Intellivision.
We're closed now.
I hope you enjoyed that commercial. Now, let's look at some collectibles. These are given away as cereal prizes back in the day in boxes of cereal. They were from Nabisco's Rice and Wheat Honeys, and they're from 1964. These were meant to be spoon sitters or things to hang onto your bowl while you're eating your cereal. And they're from Winnie the Pooh. I've pretty much have had these my entire life. My grandparents had a big wooden chest full of building blocks and certain things and little plastic animals, and these were always in there. So here's Pooh. I mean, it's pretty good detail for just a little plastic cereal giveaway. Has his shirt and everything, but you can see how his arms are, that he can either hold on to a bowl or hold on to your spoon as you're eating, which might be weird as it's bumping into your face. But there's Pooh. I take it back. See this little runner on Al here? I guess your spoon is supposed to go through that so it sits on the spoon. I've never tried. I always just used to play with them with my building blocks. But here's Al. And it's really cool that his wings has some detail in it. And he looks really cool. Oops. Here's Rabbit. And believe me, these have seen better days because I truly played with these a lot. Here's Piglet. Eeyore. And there you can see the spoon runner a little bit better there. I guess that looks a little bit bad, but anyway, here's Eeyore. Here's Kanga and Roo. Roo's in the pouch. You can see there. And here is Christopher Robin. As far as I know, that's a full set of them. And there were a lot of doubles. I might have to... my parents have all the stuff now, so I might have to investigate one day and see if they have more of them. Some of the doubles. Because I just wouldn't mind having them all. But like I said, I think that's a full set of them. They're from 1964. From Nabisco cereal. And that's it for right now. I knew the comics would take a little bit to get through, so something just small to look at. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, give a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment, because I would love to hear if any of you ever did the prize thing from those comics. And your comments, I always get back to them because I love hearing from you guys, and I love the community we have, and I just love reaching out to all of you. But if you like this episode and want to see more, subscribe, please. And if you want to be notified whenever there's a new episode, just hit the bell. Anyway, until next time, keep being rad, stay dorky, see ya!